Welcome. I am Joe the Psychologist, and these are movies that me up. Look, I know I asked for some suggestions, and if a movie is recommended that something in it might fuck me up, so to the person who recommended this one, bravo, you sick little bastard. In this episode, I will be discussing what fucked me up about the 1993 movie Boy Bubby, written and directed by Rolf de Heer, starring Nicholas Hoult as Bubby. It's fucked up. It's really fucked up. It's not our standard horror that we're kind of used to. This is like more inhumane horror type of shit. And if I can say what this movie reminded me of, it's kind of like a really fucked up concoction of the Golden Glove, Forrest Gump with a little bit of Eraserhead in it. This movie has a myriad of themes: rape, physical abuse, mental abuse, animal torture. It's just a whole lot being thrown at you all at once in a movie that's kind of like a dark horror comedy. Not so much of a fun fact. So in this movie, there is a cat that is used, and in Australia, feral cats are euthanized. But there is a scene in this movie involving cling wrap, and Rolf said that the cat was euthanized after the filming was done. Yeah, something just does not add up on that, so that is not a fun fact. I'm not a fan of the cat thing in this movie. So for my show, you know I don't go into great details about the movie. I give you just a little bit of a lead-in. And while Bubby, for 35 years, had been living with his mother in this small, little, dark, dank, nasty apartment, right? And every time that the mother left, she would put on a gas mask. A gas mask? Why, you might ask? Well, she told Bubby that the air is poisonous. They only have the one mask, so he has to stay in there. And she makes him sometimes sit in the chair and not move the whole entire time that she is gone. Blow. This is some fucked up shit. And then we find out that Bubby's got a daddy, and he ends up showing up. And, well, a series of events make it possible for Bubby to escape and also realize that he does not need a gas mask. Remember, he'd been indoors this whole entire time. So he would come across people, and people would say some fucked up shit to him. Well, he would repeat those. He was building his vocabulary by things that people were saying to him, and there was a lot of fucked up shit. So when he would spit them out, I guess that's where the comedy was. But again, with, you know, the undertones of what this movie is about, the comedy's a little bit lost. There is a really cool thing I find about this movie is the cinematography. I watched the movie. The director had used 31 different directors of photography. So as you're watching the movie, you're getting Bubby's like initial reaction to what he's seeing in the world for the first time. With us, we're all joining him on what he's first seeing. So all these directors, they put this movie together that it was kind of beautifully shot, even though twisted as fuck. So this is why you are here, for movies that me up. You're gonna need a shot for this. Poor Bubby.
Bottoms up, fellas.
Go, 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 go,
So as I said, Bubby had been pretty much stuck in this apartment with Florence for the last 35 years. It's not what she was doing. The start of this movie is fucked up. I mean, it's ew, 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 ew. There are some images. I'm a boob person. Not cool. Bubby is a simple-minded man who has now gone forth into the world, into this adventure. And he makes a mistake and gets arrested. And while he is arrested, the warden comes to talk to him. And the whole conversation gave some ick feels to it because I was kind of wondering, is this warden going to rape Bubby? But no, that was not the case. And then all of a sudden, Bubby is able to get out of the cell. And then I'm not sure if this part was real or not, but there was a band of bagpipe players just going down the hall. So unless they were going to the drunk tank, then Bubby might have been, I don't know. It was a weird part in the movie. The warden captures Bubby, and then he brings him to another cell where a guy called the Animal is. Because Bubby, remember, his now new vocabulary are just things that he had heard. When the warden was talking to him, he told him to get fucked. Well, the warden decided to, okay, well, yeah, you know, I've done these, and there's one thing I'm not a fan of. It's literally, even if it's just for storyline purposes, it's still kind of hard to take in for a movie, and that is rape. I'm not a fan of it, and poor Bubby is put into the cell with the animal. And when he walks in there, you know, he's like, "Me, Bubby." And then the guy stands up and Bubby hisses at him.
Listen,
If you find yourself in a situation where you're put in a cell with this tall, naked man, don't hiss at him, okay? Like, it's not gonna go well for you. And that's exactly what happened. I'm not sure why Rolf needed to put this part in here, considering everything that Bubby had gone through, to have him be subjected to rape. And when you're watching the scene, it's a little bit hard because I'm not gonna watch this again. But I couldn't tell if Bubby didn't know what first was going on with him. And he just laid there. And thankfully, that Rolf did not give us like a full shot of it, but what he did give you was the uncomfortable shot of Bubby's face, who was kind of confused. And then I don't know if then he just kind of realized what's going on and he just closed his eyes. And it was sad to watch. This movie was already uncomfortable as it was with a lot of the subject matter, but then this poor guy who had already gone through enough, you're gonna let this fucking thing called the animal rape him? That's just downright fucked up.
Huh. That actually wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I didn't really taste anything.
Yo, Chuck, your Mississippi Queen was Mississippi lame.
Yeah, it's not even spicy at all.
Yeah, well, that's called beginner's luck. Luck.
Well, again, thank you for the recommendation. Keep throwing them at me. Season 4 has a couple of recommendations on there already. Again, horror is subjective. I might get some comments how like this isn't horror, but the themes in this movie is what makes it a horror. Inhumane things that Bubby went through, and I'm not even gonna get fucking started on that cat thing. I mean, I stopped researching that. Rick, don't even bother looking into it. Thanks for the recommendation. So until next time, ta-ta for now.
Two of those wonderfully fattening chocolate eclairs, please, sir. Thank you, sweetie.